Hey everyone, hey guys doing? Gruggs here, Legion Tactical Cutlery. Welcome back to another Legion premiere, and I got something really cool, and I am excited to show and share this with everybody. We're looking at the Sitivien ST25 in AUS10 steel. It is a Tonto style blade on a huge budget, man, and this thing is just pretty cool. And, I can't wait to share this with you. What are you all carrying today? Well, once again, I've got my ProTek Godfather. I think this is the Mini in a tuxedo config. But instead of these being white over here, the bolsters, they're a nice shade of gray. I love this knife, and now I can carry it down here in Florida. Let me know what you're all carrying. All right, good. Let's go over the specs for the Sitivien ST25 Tonto, and I'll also have this in the description section, in the comments section, in case you guys want to take a good look at the specs. Overall length is 13.39 inches, blade length 8.31 inch, blade steel is AUS10, blade thickness is a hefty 7 millimeters. Blade hardness is 60 to 61 HRC. Blade grind on this is hollow. Blade width, 1.38 inch. Handle length is 5.08 inch. Handle thickness is 0.91 inch. Handle material is a black G10 with red liners. Net weight with the Kydex sheath is 21.25 ounces. It doesn't have the net weight with just the knife. And it does feature a full Tang lanyard hole Kydex sheath and a TekLok. Awesome. Good. That's out of the way. Now, let's take a look at this very impressive blade. I mean, when I received it and I opened it up the box, I definitely let out a whoa. So hopefully, if you guys are interested in this, the Tonto lovers out there, I think you might be very impressed. So let's check this out, man. So it is... I just want to point out, it is hollow grind. I kind of wish it was a high saber rather than a hollow grind, but it is what it is, man. So I'm going to have to rethink how I'm going to be testing this. Maybe nothing too heavy duty. I mean, it is a Tonto blade. Yeah, it's not, in my opinion, a knife that you want to go, out in the woods with, but. Again, this is a channel that tests out knives, so we're going to test it out. And the best way that I know how is to, chop some wood, see how it performs. So if you're familiar with my test, you know what I'm talking about. For those who aren't, that's what I do. I test knives out on wood, trying to keep it more realistic, than going through steel or metal or trying to break the tip. I try and show how a knife will work in a normal type of environment in the outdoors. Is this one, for the outdoors? I don't know, man. If you paid for it and you want to take it outdoors, I'm not stopping you. There's a lot of other knives out there more suited for the outdoors. And I don't think this one is. I think this is more combat, more tactical, more martial arts. But, don't let me stop you. That's just my opinion. So you can see it's a high saber grind, and it's got that reinforced area over here. So this is not hollow, it's full flat, which is pretty nice. Okay, as you can see that. All right, you see that little shining right there, and then you have the hollow grind. So it should be a good slicer. And you can check out the comments on Amazon too and see what people are thinking. I'm not sure if anybody has reviewed this yet, but on YouTube, but do a search, check it out. It might be a different perspective on this knife. I just haven't looked. Let me just turn this around. I'm really digging this blade, really digging this blade. Very nice. It's got a camouflage type configuration, so you have a little bit of flat gray and then the black, so that's pretty cool. And it does come in other flavors in a satin. And the handle, this handle is black G10, but they also have a nice, like a dark green and black. I don't know if it has the scales, but you can go take a look on Amazon. Very nice. But the blade is what is impressing me. I like the blade shape. you know. I guess it's kind of like more influenced by the Japanese style, you know, katana sword or tanto or wakizashi or whatever they're called. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So it does have that reinforced area over here, so penetration should be good, you know. Let me see. All right, that's good. So that's a nice little hole in there, so the penetration should be good. It does have a pretty large sharpening choil. You can't use it as a finger choil for choking up. However, I'm assuming, you know, it's pretty sharp. But I'm assuming, I guess, with a pair of gloves, if you needed to, you know, just to be safe, you wear a pair of gloves. Make sure I didn't cut myself. Removable scales. I like the texturing. I like the handle. I like the ergonomics of the handle. I like the sweep of the whole knife. It all sweeps, okay, you know, from tip to the end. So very, very nice setup in my opinion. It's scalloped over here by the G10, and you can see the red liners. Full Tang goodness. Removable scales. It's got the lanyard hole, nothing protruding, but the Tang does pop out just a little bit. At least it's consistent all the way around the handle. So you know, I'm kind of curious if I make a tent stake or do a little bit finer work. There's going to be a kind of hot spots, nicely grooved over here, and again you can see the sweep. For the hand, if you got some big hands, you can definitely fit a pretty big hand over here. So I've got a total of 6 fingers here. And it feels very comfortable, no matter how you're holding the handle. Let me do a reverse grip. Yeah, it feels good, man. Yeah, I'm very impressed. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with this blade. Let's take a look at the sheath. Let me just make sure you guys have a good view of that. Pancake style, which is nice. Plenty of rivet holes. You know, again, kind of wish they had the slots over here. But yeah, man, I mean, pretty nice. Pretty nice setup, right? TekLok. I'm gonna try this in a, I'm just curious. I'm just going to try this in a, not an upright configuration, in a horizontal configuration. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Let's try this horizontal and see how it does. You know, maybe even have it upside down like this on my back. Scout, that's it, scout. You know, have it horizontal on my back like this. And then you could just grab it and pull it out and you'd be ready to go. Very interesting sheath, very good, high quality, very thick. Got a drainage hole. Let's pop the knife in real quick. It snaps in with authority, okay. Make sure I get this all in here for everybody. Very nice, it's a nice setup, man. I am digging the aesthetics. I mean, even if I don't use it now, I'm glad I have it in my collection. So thank you very much to the Sitivien reps for sending me. You know, I did ask them to send me the Sitivien ST25 Plus, and they said they didn't have it in stock, or their stock was low, and they want to make sure that you guys had it first. So hopefully they'll send me that next. I'm very, very excited about, you know, testing the Sitivien ST25 Plus. So stay tuned. Hopefully they'll send me that. But in the meantime, I've got the ST25, man. I'm really, really excited. Okay, so it's pretty sharp out of the box. Let me see. I mean, look, it's not like, you know, Japanese samurai sword sharp, but there you go, man. It's pretty sharp out of the box. So very, very cool. So there's a little paper test for everybody. And let's try once again. Okay, this stick over here, let's see how it performs. I'm just doing a sharpness test. Not that I'm saying that anybody would use this for the outdoors, although I'm sure you can, push comes to shove. So I just want to show everybody the sharpness test with the wood. That's pretty good. Now maybe I'll chop some bottles with this, man. See if it'll split a bottle in half when the time comes. Some water. Very nice, man. Look, that's pretty good. Let's try a little paracord here. Okay. Just give me a second. Yeah, that was easy. That was easy. So yeah, you know, when the time comes, I'm gonna be doing. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about it. I could have made a lanyard. Anyway, no big deal. When the time comes, I'm gonna chop up some wood. Nothing too thick. You know, small branch. Maybe you want to go camping with this. You want to go hiking with this. You want to do, you know, a short one-day hike or a trip, and you want to take this knife out and test it out. I've got some decent size wood that I could test out. And it's beautiful because there's also, you know, there's still building over here in this complex. So there's tons of resources that they're throwing away in dumpsters. And some of it is so good that I'm grabbing it, you know. They're resources, man. Why should I go buy it? So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how this knife is going to perform. And, you know, don't forget, if there's people out there who don't want to wait, to purchase this knife, it's got a 10% coupon code. So I think this is, well, let me get my other phone. I think this is 80 bucks. Let me go onto the Amazon website. Yeah. Okay, here you go. This is 80 bucks and it's $71.99 with a coupon. So you have a coupon code. All right. And they also have other versions. And this one has a nice, oops. This one has a nice, see if I can make this larger for you, black and green handle for those who are interested. All right, and then they have a satin version of this. Let me see if it's here. Nope, I'd have to search it. Let me see if they have it. Oh, here we go. Here's the satin version. All 10% off on this. You know, for those who want a clean, you know, clean blade. I'm kind of digging this gray and black camouflage, but all three are available. You know, an excellent Kydex sheath comes with it. Sharp out of the box. Oh, box. There we go, box. And for the collector and for the user who wants to store their knife, okay, you do have a box, and here it is. On the box is the Sitivien logo, model number, made in China, etc. Let me just open this up. It was just an empty box. I don't think there was anything in it that I remember. But I just got it today, so, oh, there's a cleaning cloth. There's a cleaning cloth in here, so very nice. There's your box, troops. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay, great. Let's take one last look at this knife, and you can let me know what you all think. But that is cool, man. That is just really cool. I am digging this, man. I'm digging this. So for some of those that can't, you know, afford a katana, this might be something that you can afford, man. Yeah, she's sharp for sure. There's the handle. Just awesome. Just awesome. All right, troops. I hope that you are enjoying your day. Let me bring awareness, everybody. Hashtag 22 a day. Hashtag 22 a day no more. There are veterans and active military. Once they get out of the service, they do face a lot of challenges. And unfortunately, one of these challenges is suicide. So, you know, when this is done, go check out my comment section, my description section. There will be phone numbers that you can call, websites that you can surf. If you know somebody who's in need, you may want to reach out to them, or maybe call up these numbers and ask them, how is it possible, you know, that I could reach out? What can I do? Who knows? Maybe they might guide you in the right direction, and help save a family member or a friend. Because God only knows what some of these soldiers, sailors have been through. All right, troops. Again, let me know what you think about this blade. For those who did purchase it, let me know if you used it in the comment section, how it worked out for you. And I really appreciate you all taking the time to check out my videos and my channels. At the ready, troops, hold the line. Take care.